Hey, this is Rick with Shooter 1721. Remember last week we ended up looking for some PA grizzly bears at the Ambush Paintball Park, but we had an 800 millimeter 357 M3, which was a little heavy for what we were about to find. We found some CQB situations, so I called up FX USA and I said, hey, can you help me out? Look what they sent. This thing is awesome. Oh yes, I'm excited because this is a 500 millimeter 357 M3 tungsten hammer power block, and it is a hammer. I call it the little monster. This little guy here spitting 81 grains at 910 feet per second, right at about 148 foot-pounds of it. Well, almost 149 foot-pounds. And oh, you're wondering about the red dot? Well, I got a little redemption coming from, remember the groundhog that gave me a slip? That's right, we're going back, but we got to run a little test here before we head out in the field. I got some targets behind me back there, and we got a clay block back there that we want to shoot, and we got some sodas, we got the PA grizzly bear. Let's do some testing before we head to the field. Woo! Okay, here we are at the 50-yard bench, and we got 3 sodas out there, and it'll be a nice little challenge with the red dot, because the red dot actually takes up the whole soda can, if any of you shot red dot, but we're going to see how we do, and we got that clay block there. We want to shoot that, and hopefully I can put one in the center. We'll see. Then we got the PA grizzly bear. We'll give him some shots and just kind of meander around, so let's see what we get here. All right. And, of course, I loaded it. But that's okay. Let's take a shot at that first soda can. Let's see what happens. I think I nicked it. Okay. You know how that double feed goes, guys. And if I'm just leaving this in here so you guys get a good laugh about that. Okay, second soda can. I think I hit the clay block, didn't I?
Dang.
All right, well, we know what happens with the clay block.
That was a hole.
That's a hole. All right, I'll shoot. Why can't videos just work out? All right, well, I got the clay block anyway. All right, let's get that last soda. How the heck did I shoot low? Okay, we got a hole in the clay block, so we'll take a look at that when we get down there. Let's give the PA grizzly bear a little work here. Now you saw how fast I worked that. The only sloppy shooting I did was I shot the clay block. I can't believe I did that. And I think I hit it high, Ryan. We'll go down and look at it, and it'll still be interesting. The reason I put the clay block down is because last week we used a 68 grain hybrid at 1,000 feet per second. Now this is an 81 grain at 900, but it's a pellet. And we wanted to show you, it never came out of the clay block last week with the 68 grain hybrid. When we get down there, I think you'll see what I'm saying. At 50 yards, that 81 grain is like a little armor piercing round in a way, and it just blew a hole through that clay block. All right, let's go see what happened. Well, Ryan, I don't think there's any sense to get my oversized pocket knife for this one. Holy smokes, that just is incredible right there. I mean, that 81 grain traveling 910 feet per second out of a 500 millimeter, that's waffled. What, I don't know what word to use. Waffled? I mean, that's crazy. So that dude just, look how smooth that is. That is smooth like you polished it. It is super, super crazy. There's even a little bit of Coke here if anybody's thirsty. I got some right there. But that did its job really, really well. And, you know, that Pennsylvania grizzly bear, you can see we pounded him. He took some good hits there. Double tapped him there in the head, but 50 yards, that red dot's on the whole way through. It's on at 20, 30, doesn't matter. I don't even have to adjust that dot. You were kind of wondering about that? No, I don't. And I tested it even at 10 yards to see exactly where it was hitting. I only have a little bit of movement in it, maybe 1.5 inches at 10 yards. What I mean by that is aiming just a little bit different at 10 yards. But at 50 yards, right on, 35 right on, 20 right on. So when you get to the paintball field and we got to go CQB, we're ready. You ready to get down there?
Let's go.
Let's get them. Yeah, that's what's going to happen to some PA grizzly bears. Woo! Woo! Come on, man. We decided when we got here, let's go. We've always worked our way to the prison to try and get my nemesis up there. And we're like, okay, we got to work this, and we worked, always up into there. This time, Ryan and I discussed it, and we're like, you know what? Let's go this way and loop around, come in from the top, maybe where he's not expecting it. So it took us a while to go 500 yards to get in position to make the breach of the door there, to get in there and go in there super quiet and see if he was in there. And of course, he gave me the slip, that's for sure. And that definitely opens the episode for part 3 because I'm not giving up. We built a CQB gun here for him, so that's what this is all about. So we decided I got 2 nemesis. We got one here in the trailer field. And we decided, let's come into the trailer field. So we break in the very top of the trailer field, coming in this way. I saw the huge one. I mean, he's huge. I mean, that's a big PA grizzly bear. I'm not kidding. This is a good one. But we're gonna have to sneak across here, dude. So we'll go trailer to trailer. Okay. Stick to the left side. I'll stick. We'll go all left. Okay. He's out in front of the last trailer. Okay. He's down there. At least that's where I just saw him. He didn't see me. I thought he did. I stopped for a second. Do we want to loop back around? You want to go through the trailer? What do you think? Let's loop around. Okay. Because if we go trailer, we can make more noise going through the trails. Don't you agree? Good call. All right, let's loop. And we get to the first trailer, and I just happen to go window to window to window, like through 3 trailers and out the side here, and I see this thing standing. It looks like he's probably, I don't know, up past my knees. And I'm like, this is a huge hog, huge. And I said to Ryan, I said, you know what? We were over there trying to debate. I was going to go into that trailer, and of course that's when I saw him. I had to freeze. That dude was looking right at me the whole time, and I was like, I can't tell if he's, of course he's what, 70, 80, 90 yards away, and I'm thinking, oh, he sees me. I froze, and I was just standing there almost, I think I even had a foot off the ground. I was like, you sucker, you. And then Ryan and I regrouped, and I said, let's flank and come up along the backside of these trailers here and see if we can come in down through this trailer here and see if I can get him spotted, at least to know exactly where he is. He's right out in front, probably about 30 yards, 35 out the front of the trailer. Let's go in down the hallway. We should be able to see him right away, okay? They play a lot of airsoft here, and they have little 6mm BBs in there, and they're 20 gram. And I was walking down the hallway, and there's probably 1,000 in that trailer. And I'm watching almost every step that I take. And the moment I see him, I'm like, don't I step on a BB? And with the pressure on my boot, pew, like a pinball, pew, and I'm just frozen. He's like, he just gives me the look. Like, he's not looking directly at me this time. And I'm like, oh, if I blew it with an airsoft BB, I'm going to be upset. But nope, he went back to chewing. I was like, yeah, that's right, you keep on chewing. So then I snuck down into the kitchen here, and I came out, went to the left side, because I'm right-handed, and I thought if I come up on the right side there, I can just slowly put the bottle on here, and then loop through and see if I can get a good shot. And I was using, this is a red and green dot. I put the green dot right on his ear. And when I pulled the trigger, smoked that dude. All we saw was the little tail giving us the wave of, yes, it's over. So 1 nemesis down. This is part 2 Now we got to go for part 3 and get the one in the prison. Stay tuned for that one. Okay, well, here it is. Look at the size. There's my hand on that hog. Watch this. Oh my goodness. Let's get a hold of you there, boy. Oh, you guys can now see why we call them Pennsylvania grizzly bears. That's just, I bet you he weighs 25 pounds. How much you want to bet? Look at that.
He's a monster. He's almost as big as, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy.
Listen, guys, I had this M3 357 500 millimeter custom built, and I said that I'd come back and CQB this guy. Well, one of them. I didn't get both. So we got a part 3 coming up, but take a look at that honker right there. This is Rick with Shooter 1721. Thanks for watching.